Okay, we got gold here. Um, Gold and silver are in a peculiar situation, and you can't watch the chart of gold or silver without checking what the US dollar, the DX, is doing. And I spent quite a bit of time earlier in this video and in other previous videos explaining the very negative structure that is very much a possibility in the case of the DX. And if we go into the full-scale crash in the DX, there is no telling, and I'm certainly not going to attempt to give you a precise focus how far silver and gold are going to run higher. I'm not going to get into this. What I can say is certainly we're going to see records and probably surprises that many people can't even think about now. We are talking about a serious panic because the crash that could be in the pipeline that seems to be developing in the US dollar, if that comes to fruition in the next few months, we won't have to wait 8 months for that or 10 months. It will happen in the next 2-3 months. If that comes to fruition and we start seeing huge cracks in the major support levels in the DX, gold and silver are absolutely going to go crazy. It is going to be a market that for those who are not already positioned, it's going to be quite dangerous, especially with futures, to try to get in because the swings could be absolutely putting you in huge risks. Okay, so concerning what is happening right now, that is the 2-hour scale of spot gold, and we have a reading that says the fourth wave ended here, and you can see the run, and certainly the fourth wave I think is completely finished, it's completely behind us. The thing is that this run that we have seen has not scored yet a new high, and that is leaving the door open for various interpretations. But ideally we want to see a run popping above this level. Any sideways price action that keeps gold above 4,200, maybe ideally even 4,200 here in the spot, just going sideways, that will tend to confirm this wave count. Okay, that will tend to confirm this wave count, and should we continue higher, having delivered consolidation here, yes, in this manner, should we continue high in an impulsive manner that would look like that, then you can take this as a third wave, and then anything is possible. It just, as I told you, it could just go berserk. If it goes sideways here for 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, first of all, it will manifest a lot of strength, and secondly, it will probably be a fantastic chance to get in before it goes flying. Now, I do not expect this to happen right now. Yeah, I don't see a pattern that will bring this about, crashing it down to 3,500. It's been displaying very solid and strong support coming back up here. Anything could happen, but I think the odds are now favoring further upside. If it's not coming straight away after some consolidation, yes, very likely we continue higher. Now let's have a look at what silver is doing, and of course you know that silver is now in uncharted territory. And working with the tools that we have, with the waves and proportion, at some point when the market goes total panic, we're going to come short with our tools. Yes, that's how it is. When you study the charts of previous all-out panic in any market, and especially silver, you will see you can get days that are very difficult to classify here. Right now, this is what I think would make sense from the pattern point of view. I'm trying to be quite conservative, okay? So I have a fourth wave that ended here, and that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we could be now in a stretch fee flag. We come down, we start correcting. I don't expect it to go back to 48. I would be very surprised. It's just very strong. There is that level right here, this zone, which is extremely important, because if I go to the daily, and maybe you should actually go to the weekly, see if we get that. Yeah, you see on the weekly scale, that's the previous high. Normally when you have a market breaking through, you have it coming back to retest it from the top, and then it consolidates, and then it continues high. This is normal price action. Technical setup, that is something you can see in many other stocks and commodities, the history of them, etc. But there is no guarantee that silver is going to do that now. Yeah, it didn't do it here. You can see that it didn't do it. That was a high. It broke through. It didn't look back. It just boom, went straight up. You see, ideally it should come back, consolidate, and go stepwise upwards. Yeah, like you have, steps, etc. You give plenty of time for consolidation. Then the market is sort of building its way up, rather than just taking off like a rocket and then coming down, taking ages to come down. And now we are really in a situation that is unique in terms of the pattern on the very long-term scale. So anything could happen, because we have never been in a situation where you have a chart of 50 years price action that is displaying a pattern that is so bullish. So there is something, there are forces that are working behind the scenes here that could do things that we have never experienced before. Very simple. Staying with a very conservative reading, I would say that this is near the end of a third wave that started way back here, and I'm going to expect now a fourth wave. Now the second wave that it is relating to, if I'm getting it right, on the weekly scale, wasn't a big deal, and I don't think it's going to be a big deal now. I don't think it's going down, which is the normal expectation. When you have a fourth wave on a higher scale, it goes back to the level of the fourth wave at the lower scale. And I don't think this is going to happen. I think silver is just too strong. But I won't be totally shocked if it comes back to check the breakout level. And even this, I would think, there are so many buyers, and I think a correction back to 57, 55 would already be a lot in terms of how far the correction will go. And I think pretty soon it's going to bounce back. Yeah, if we get a chance that it goes back to 55, 53, this is a gift. It's a gift. Don't dream it's going to do that. No, forget it. That's not going to happen. No. We get anything that goes up and down between whatever it is, 64, 65 to 55, trending sideways, spending, I don't know, 3-5 weeks. It's a gift. It's an absolute gift. I don't know if I'm going to get it.